Google might be about to make one of the boldest moves yet with the Pixel 11, ditching Samsung's 5G modems and teaming up with MediaTek instead. And if that happens, it could completely change how future Pixel phones connect, perform, and even compete against the likes of Apple and Samsung themselves. Now, at first glance, a modem swap might not sound like a big deal, but it's actually huge, because the modem is what determines how fast your phone connects to 5G, how stable that connection is, and even how much battery it burns through while doing it. And Google leaving Samsung here isn't just a minor component change. It's a clear signal that the company is rethinking the foundation of its Pixel phones. Here's what's going on. According to a leak from Mystic Leaks, Google is planning to stop using Samsung's Exynos 5400i modem, the one inside the current Tensor G6 chip powering the Pixel 10, and instead adopt MediaTek's brand new M90 modem for the Pixel 11. This isn't the first time we've heard whispers like this. There were rumors that the Pixel 10 would use a MediaTek modem too, but that never materialized. Google stuck with Samsung for one more round. But now, with the Pixel 11, that shift seems more likely than ever. So, why MediaTek, and why now? The M90 isn't just any modem. It's MediaTek's latest and most advanced 5G solution, first revealed at Mobile World Congress this past February. It supports dual 5G SIM dual active, meaning you can run two 5G SIMs simultaneously without compromising speed or reliability. That's a feature that could be especially appealing in markets where people use two numbers on one phone. Even more impressive, the M90 boasts up to 12 Gbps download speeds. That's blazing fast, even by flagship standards, and uses AI-driven optimizations to boost power efficiency and performance. That last part, the AI optimization, fits perfectly with Google's broader vision. Google's entire Pixel lineup, and especially its Tensor chips, are built around machine learning and AI. Pairing that with a modem that also uses AI to optimize performance isn't just about raw speed. It's about building a smarter, more efficient phone that feels more responsive without draining your battery. But this shift also says a lot about Google's evolving relationship with Samsung. Historically, Samsung hasn't just supplied modems, it also manufactured the Tensor chips themselves. But that started changing with the Tensor G5, which Google designed entirely in-house and had produced by TSMC, the same chipmaker behind Apple's A-series processors. That was a major step toward independence for Google's hardware division, and now, moving away from Samsung's modems would push that even further. It's worth noting that Google isn't the only company rethinking their modem strategy. Apple recently debuted its own C1 modem in the iPhone 16e and a more powerful C1X in the iPhone Air, while still relying on Qualcomm for the iPhone 17 lineup. Even there, early reports suggest Apple wants to fully transition to its own modems by the iPhone 18. And funnily enough, even Samsung, yes, the same company losing Google's business, uses Qualcomm's X80 modem in its flagship Galaxy S25 series, though it's expected to return to its in-house Exynos solution next year with the Galaxy S26. All of this points to a bigger shift in the smartphone industry. Modems are becoming a strategic battleground. They're no longer just off-the-shelf components. They're key to differentiation. Better modems mean faster networks, lower latency for things like gaming and streaming, and improved power efficiency. And in a world where AI-powered features depend on cloud connectivity, your modem is just as important as your CPU or GPU. So, if Google really does switch to MediaTek with the Pixel 11, what could that mean in practice? For one, we might finally see Pixel phones with more reliable 5G performance, something critics have pointed out as a weak spot in previous generations. It could also mean better battery life, especially when connected to 5G networks, which are notorious for draining power. And if that dual active SIM support makes it into the final product, that's a quality of life feature a lot of users will appreciate, especially travelers or people juggling work and personal numbers. There's also a competitive angle here. By breaking away from Samsung and leaning into MediaTek's modem tech, Google could carve out a new space for itself, one where Pixel devices aren't just known for great cameras and smart software, but also for industry-leading connectivity. That would put them in a much stronger position against both Apple and Samsung in the premium flagship race. Of course, all of this is still based on leaks and early reports, so nothing's official yet. And Google could still decide to stick with Samsung for one more year, just like it did with the Pixel 10. But if this switch really does happen with the Pixel 11, it would mark another step in Google's journey to becoming more self-reliant and more ambitious with its hardware, moving away from Samsung's orbit and building a Pixel experience that's even more tightly controlled from top to bottom. And that's the bigger picture here. This isn't just about a modem swap. It's about Google doubling down on what makes the Pixel lineup unique: smart, AI-first hardware designed to deliver better real-world experiences. And if partnering with MediaTek helps them get there faster, then the Pixel 11 could be more than just an incremental update. It could be the start of a new era for Google smartphones. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.